Hi, I'm Chickpea from Nutrition Darling, and today I'm going to show you how to cook a really hearty soup. To start with, you need some olive oil and some coconut oil. That's my coconut oil, I clearly use it a lot. And a saucepan. Then over here, I have some things that I've chopped up beforehand. So there's some sweet potato, there's some pumpkin, some celery, I have some bits of rosemary, some red lentils and some stock with some tomato and some chickpeas. And over here I have 3 cloves of garlic. The first step is to heat your pan and put in your olive oil. 2 tablespoons. Don't be afraid to use olive oil. And then I add another tablespoon of coconut oil, which gives it an amazing flavour and is also incredibly good for you. So as I'm allowing that to melt and heat up, I'm going to add my garlic. Now, I love garlic, so I've got 3 cloves. You can put as much as you like. I suggest you put a lot if it's during winter because it will be really good for preventing colds. So I'm just going to coat them in the pan. And the aroma starts to come out. I love the smell of coconut. What I'm also going to add here is some rosemary, because the rosemary will also release its oils in this way, and it will add an incredible flavour. Just breaking it up as much as you can. I like to put lots of the rosemary because it'll really give it an incredible flavour. And the garlic's cooking away. Now don't worry about the bits of rosemary in there because in the end I'm going to blend everything up. So as you can see, I will put everything in. I'll put the cup of red lentils now so they can absorb all the flavour. This just helps to get the flavour in the whole soup. It'll make it taste amazing. Give them a little bit of a stir with it all. And I also put in 1 stem of celery. What this does is it gets all the flavours out and combines them well. Again, if you see here, I leave the skins of the pumpkin and the skins of the sweet potato on, but there's so much nutrient in them that I don't like taking them off, and because I'm going to blend it and they're going to be sitting in the soup, it won't matter. Trust me, it'll add to the flavour. So I'm just going to give it a good stir and give it a coating of all the flavours that are in this pan now. Make sure the heat is quite good because it's going to draw out all the flavours. Then I'm going to add the tin of tomato. Just while things are starting to get hot and so that things don't burn, I add a bit of the tomato to add to the flavours. That's good. And in a little while I'm going to add the stock. Once I've done that, then you can put the lid on and let it just simmer away. I like to not waste my tomato, so I often just put some of the stock in there and stir it around and use up the rest of the tomato that's lingering at the bottom. I'll end up using the whole lot of the stock too, because there's a lot of vegetables in here that need it. So I'm going to put the rest of it in, and then I'll put the lid on and let it come to a boil. I know some people heat up their stock, and that's probably a good idea, but we haven't always got time to do that sort of stuff. Alright, so then I'm going to just put the lid on and let it heat up. So the soup has been cooking for 40 minutes, then I've let it sit for a while to cool down so that I can blend it with the hand blender. This is important for two reasons. One, you don't want it to spit up on you when it's really boiling hot, and the other one is that the plastic blender could be not a good idea to put inside hot soup. So I'm going to give it a quick blend. Hopefully it won't make a lot of noise, but remember, I left the skins on both the sweet potato and the pumpkin, so this is a really good part to just make sure that all breaks down. So give it a good... Salt and pepper. This is the beautiful salt flakes from the Murray. Just going to give it a couple of good shots of that. And I'll just get a bit of pepper. Seasoning it. There's quite a lot of soup there, so it needs a bit of seasoning. And I like to add the chickpeas at the end because I actually like the textures of the chickpea to be whole, but you don't have to. You can put them in there and blend it all up, but I just like it more this way. Let it warm up, and I'll just give it another quick boil before I serve it to make sure that the chickpeas are warm. And there you go. So the soup has now been blended, and we are going to serve it with some lovely garnish of fresh parsley and roasted pine nuts and some Greek yogurt, which just helps to make it creamy. I love the pieces of chickpea that are floating around in there. And like I said, the rosemary is not going to be such a problem once it's been blended. There are little bits in there, you can just take it out if it really bothers you. So we put a nice spoonful of the yogurt, sprinkle it with a bit of parsley and the crunchy pine nuts. And there you have it, delicious winter soup filled with lovely orange vegetables and chickpea and rosemary. Enjoy.